Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Carol, and what I'm going to be doing right now is I'm going to make some clusters, and I'm going to start with this paper that I have, and I'm going to use one sheet of 12 by 12, and I'm going to make them about 3 inches wide, so that'll be 4 strips on here, and I'm just going to tear it down. Let's see, I'm going to eyeball this and just tear it down because I don't want it any wider. And if it is a little wider, that's okay. I don't want to cut it because I'm going to end up tearing the ends anyway because I like when the clusters are torn at the edges. And I ran out of my clusters, so let me put this off to the side. I'm going to start with one, and I'm going to start decorating it. And there's so many ways of doing this. I can decorate it all the way down and then glue them together and work that way, or I can cut them already, like rip them in strips and then just start decorating them one at a time. So let me try this first. See, in this white piece, I'm just gonna tear that off. Or I can ink it. It really doesn't matter. So, like I said, I'm just gonna tear those straight edges off. And I brought some, I have a lot of different, these are all scrap pieces that I have, and this is a muslin or a cotton. I'm really not sure. I'm thinking it's muslin, but it really doesn't feel like it. But anyway, this is what I'm going to use, and I'm just going to start layering. So I have a few different pieces here of material. I have laces and I also brought along some black lace too, just to give it a little more color. And let's see, and the butterflies, they're going all different which ways, so this is not a directional project. And I have quite a few different things here where I can put a butterfly on the top, and these make for great, and this would be like the base of a cluster. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to staple this on, and then I'll glue the butterfly, although I could glue it. I mean, I could staple everything because the butterfly is, it's not gonna, you're not gonna see the staple. So here, I mean, these are really easy, and this could be a cluster on something, and you can still add like color. You can, use different strips of sari silk, but I like to get the base done so I have a cluster, and then when you put it into a journal or however you're going to use it, I like to use them on envelopes or even flip pads or something. Just put a cluster down, and you can add, you can add something like, you can put a bow on here, or like a material bow, or you can put some bling on there just to give it a little bit more personality. And that's what I like to do. So I'm going to start with the card, and then I think I'm just going to cut this down a little bit more. Oops. Oh, this one is not working for me. Oh, the other pieces I had, I just tore them apart, but this strip here, I must be going the opposite way of the grain, and it's not cooperating with me. Oh, I should have left it larger. Okay, and then I have these other pieces of lace that are so gorgeous, and these are just scraps from projects that I have done in the past. And just to have different materials popping out, so I'm going to bring the torn edges out over here and bring this. It's just kind of trying to set them up here. And I am liking this black lace on here, and I have other little scraps of black lace here. And let's see, I also brought along some Tim Holtz people. Oh, looks cute. So I can stick this little girl on here. And you know, doing these clusters does not take long at all. And I love clusters. I'm just going to tear this little strip of paper out. And just get the weight off here, if you see what I mean, because it's distracting to see that. Okay. So let's see what I have here. I also have here some pink lace there. I'm going to bring some of this weight out. And here's another. These are all scraps that I'm using just to get, just to get use of the scraps. And that's a big butterfly. We can put this little guy here. And a lot of them, like when you put everything together, they kind of don't look like too much. But when you put them in the journal, no matter how you use them, they look so good. I have different scraps all over here. Let me cut this piece off. Okay, let's see what else I can stick. Here's another. Just to get different textures here. And I also, what else I brought along are, these are a heavy board. And these are Tim Holtz. And I think what I'm going to do with this, I'm going to use it, but I'm going to glue it down because I'll never get the staple through there. Okay, so this looks good here. Okay, so let's see how many of these I can get done. Let's see, and I have this is a good mask making project. Especially when you're using scraps like this, it just makes it look very organic looking, and that's what I like. And I also have, I'm going to save this, and I do have like floral pieces here, but I'm just trying to find the right one that I can pop on. Okay, let me get my cracker scissors here. If you want to cut and you don't want to have the straight edge. And this looks nice. Okay, so I'm going to go around this strip. This is early afternoon crafting for me. We went for our walk. We took our little Stella out to this. I know, I hate saying that, but it's a cemetery. That's where she walks. And she had a nice walk today. Nice walk. And you know, like I said, there's a big open field there, and that's where we go. We go to the big open field, so we're not walking her by the graves or anything. So, you know, maybe I'm going to put this here pink material down. This looks nice. I like this. And let's see if we can get a little guy on here. Oh, that looks so nice. And you know, I don't want to clutter these up too much, because I may be, you know, I'm not sure. I just don't know how it's going to be used. Whether it's going to be, you know, in a journal or on an envelope or something like that. So other things will go on it. Maybe, perhaps it will. You know, it depends what it's going on, whether it's going to be on the plane or, you know, the way it looks right now, or whether it will I could put this red flower on there. But let's see. These are cards. And what I usually do is, when they're pretty like this, I cut off the I cut it up, and I use them in journals or in clusters, something like this. Look how pretty that looks. It just makes a real pretty topper. Actually, I think I'll put the white coming out here. That's pretty. I love to do the florals on here. And you know, also I could always ink. This can always be inked on here, which it looks nice when you ink it too. Well, you know, not that it's gorgeous, but I mean, it takes away the white, which is what you want to do. Here's something nice and small. But I think I want to bring some of this on here. So I'm going to put the white down because you can always see through. And then you have a little bit of this lace coming out. Now this is a mushroom. Oh, I like that. That looks nice. Okay. Alrighty. So let's see. Let's bring this in here. This is a pretty lacy thing. Oh, here's something nice too. And let's see if we can stick a flower on here, where I think they're blending in too much. Here's a nice purple flower. But I think I'm going to stick a butterfly on here. Although this is not catching with, this will not catch with the staple. Yes, I got them all here. Got them all there. Okay. So I'm not going to worry about the white edges right now, because when I do use them, I mean, the white edges are still going to be there, and I'll either, you know, get them off then, or I'll just ink them. This looks nice. I'm going to staple this down here, and then I'm going to bring in one of these little boards here. Oh gosh, that looks nice. Okay, and I'm going to glue this on there, because this is like, it's not like it is, it's a chipboard. Oh, that looks pretty. Okay. So I'm hoping to get quite a few of these, and I'll just add them to my pile of my ephemera. Alrighty, so I will bring this in, and I will bring in this little piece of lace, and let's see, maybe we can get, oh, this lady's kind of big, but if I lay her sidewards, actually, I think what I want to put with her is one of these strips. Bring in more color with the lady. Or maybe I'll put her, let's see if I have a longer. Let's see if these little snippets are a little bit longer. Not much, really, so it really doesn't matter. Okay, that looks good. So I'm going to staple her on here. Okay, she looks pretty there. Okay, and let's bring in some of this pink. Let's bring in two pieces of that, and let's see what else. Actually, let's see if there's a larger piece. I can use these smaller pieces for smaller. Oh, this looks pretty, doesn't it? All right, so we'll get that card in there. I'm actually going to staple this in 2 places. I love these snippets, clusters, however you want to call it. Okay, I'm going to save that black lace. And let's see if we can get, oh, that butterfly looks nice on here. Okay. I'm really glad to get quite a few pieces of these snippets done because I ran out. I ran out of my snippets. Now, what did I have here? Okay, this was a beautiful doily, and I just have little pieces of this left. How pretty that looks. Alrighty, we're coming down to the nitty-gritty. And let's see. These are small sections that I have left here. And I'm really glad to use these little snippets off, or I'm really glad to use them because I have a couple of trays with different snippets and leftovers that I really need to get busy with. That looks pretty, but let's see what else we have here. I'm really liking the butterflies on the clusters with the lace and the material. And what they look like right now, they're going to have a totally different look when you put them inside. And you know, I've used these a lot with hidden paper clips. And they look gorgeous. I really like doing that, which may be another one of my projects because the last batch I did of the hidden paper clips were for Christmas. And of course I used them all up. So and I don't think I have any more with upcoming. Oh, I can't put that with that because it's just not. This is a polka dot. Let me see if I can get a flower on here, and I have. Okay, here's something different. We're going to put this flower on here. And I did have, I'm going to bring in a button to put in the middle of the flower. Okay, let's see what color I can bring in. I can stick this right in the middle of the flower. how pretty does that look? That looks pretty. Maybe for these next couple of ones I'll use flowers for them. Let's see. Let's get some more of this material. Let's bring in some black lace. I haven't used, I think I only used a couple of them. Oh, look at this. Let's get these off. I have to get these strings off here. Actually, I think I want to use this black. And then maybe we can get a flower on here. This is a purpley flower. Or this is gorgeous here, this color. But I think I also want to bring in okay, now let's get a button for here. It's a blue button, but it matches it's too close with the match. So maybe we can bring in I'm going to put that in there. So let me staple all this down. And I don't know that this here is attached, so I'm going to stick it down a little bit and okay. So this is kind of big, but you know what? I like it there. Alrighty, so let's use up the rest of the white material here. And let's see if we can get this gentleman on here. Will he go on? Oh, that looks nice. Let me bring that paper up a little bit. And let's see if I can get everything attached. I'm going to go under the man and attach that. Again on the top. There. Oh, he looks nice there. Okay, so I have two left. And let's see. Oh, this is what I wanted, this here. That material, stick that on there, and we will bring in some black. And let's do another butterfly. I love the butterflies. Actually, I like them all. So here we go. Let's get the last of these little snippet pieces. Oop, okay. Bring that in there. We'll even bring in some black. So we can use a butterfly. Just trying to make sure I have this the right side. I used up all my people, all the people that I brought along here. I could put a card, the card on here, which looks nice, or I can put an elephant on there. Let me just get this stapled down. I like the card on here. And I also like the elephant on here. I think I'm going to use the card though. So let me get this on here and then get the card on there. You know, and like I said, when I put them, however I use them, excuse me, I will either rip this off or just ink it. Okay, so that's all the paper I have, and this is a good start with my next batch of clusters. So I'll be back with eventually making snippet rolls, because like I said, you know, I've been doing some ephemera and I'm all out. So it's just like starting all over again. You know, I have a few, but when I'm doing my journals or making a folio or something, I like to have, you know, a lot to choose from. And then also I'll be starting on another glue book. You know, making my glue book and then cutting them up, and then, you know, being able to use those also as journaling cards or folios or what have you. But anyway, I'm glad to get this done. Thank you so much for joining me, and you have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye now.